here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today I'm joined on the line with the Golem Clone God. It's Ah Craaaap. AC, what's up, man? Welcome back to the channel.
Dude, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad to have you. How are things, man? You guys are sitting pretty first place going into the playoffs in Immortals. You enjoying your time in LA? Obviously, I assume you're enjoying your time in CRL.
Yeah, I mean, having a great time in LA. I mean, meeting everybody who I've been talking to for the last 2 years, basically. Yeah. That's been an incredible experience. And then obviously finishing #1 in the regular season has been awesome as well. And we're so excited. Hopefully we can make it to Tokyo.
I hope you guys are there. I'm pulling for you guys, and you know, your whole team really has played incredibly well. But you might have the MVP of NA on your team in Royale. Have you learned a lot playing alongside him?
Yeah, absolutely. Like every time I play him, I learn something new, something different that I can be doing, just to like help myself in just super weird situations. But I mean, when you learn all these new interactions all together, you find out that those weird interactions happen pretty often, and so that's been incredible for me.
Yeah, and you're already a player of like such a high caliber, so I imagine those small nuances, like you said, you know, that can be the difference makers that can continue to elevate your game. You know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even something as simple as like, I think one game in CRL a couple weeks ago, he did a log on a cannon cart and then knocked it out of range of something. I mean, that's something that I don't know the timing for, and he does. And so I studied that, I saw what it was, and then balance changes went right after that, so it didn't matter, but it was still really awesome.
Yeah, that must be really cool, man. Well, congrats again, and here's to continued success going into the playoffs. But today we have you on the channel for this Golem Clone deck. A lot of my viewers have been requesting you get back on the channel here with another Golem Clone deck, and you haven't disappointed them today. And you're going to be playing just live on ladder. You're pretty high on ladder right now at almost 6,100 trophies in the top 400 or so. So tell us a little bit about this deck, and obviously it's not the same version that you shared last time you were on the channel, so why do you like this version of Golem Clone right now in the game?
Okay, so with ladder, I think NATO, because of the meta, because of the way that the meta is shaped right now, you definitely need NATO when you're running a Golem Clone deck. If you don't have that, there's just too many like ranged troops, too many poisons, too many NATOs that are just going to destroy every single push. So NATO is definitely necessary. Goblin Hut, it recently got buffed. It's pretty decent, and it allows them, like it forces them to poison it. And once they do that, if it's double elixir, I can go in with my own Golem Clone push.
Yeah.
Lumberjack, I've had a lot of success with, not just with Golem Clone, but with 2v2s in CRL, 1v1s practicing like in-house scrims and stuff like that. Which is the reason why I love it so much. And then just Baby Dragon and Mega Minion and any type of Golem deck is going to be good.
Awesome, man. Well, why don't you go ahead and start searching, and we'll get into like more micro strategy given the matchups that you face on ladder live. And so yeah, go ahead and search, and I imagine it might take you a bit. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We are into our first match, guys, going against Topazio. So Ah Craaaap, are you playing this deck like basically the same way you would a normal Golem deck?
Yep, pretty much the exact same, defending until double, and then if he wastes like a win condition or overextends, then I can go in, but otherwise I gotta be really careful.
Whoa, this guy's coming at you hot here.
Very
hot
for
you, though.
Ooh, really good NATO. Baby Dragon got all of them.
That's beautiful. Now you have it. Now, during a case like this where you're able to defend, and you get the Baby Dragon to the tower, and he uses a Goblin Gang, are you thinking about like just goleming here? Goleming? Is that a word? Is that a verb?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to give it to you, but definitely weird.
I'll use that in Scrabble next time. We'll see how I do. Goleming, 100 points. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to 3 Musk after this. So I'm going to try and stack. Hopefully he doesn't put it all to one side, but he probably is. Okay, that makes sense.
It is. And you don't have the NATO or the Baby Dragon, unfortunately, but you're going in. Are you going to clone this?
Yes, I'm definitely going to clone this. I want to wait until it gets closer to the tower so that way everything explodes on top of it.
Oh, man. Look at 2 lumberjacks. Oh, God. Oh, my word.
I'm gonna keep going, just see how long I can ride this wave.
Yeah, you got the rage, you got the clone, why not, right? And you take the king tower almost to half HP. Man, there's not a lot more gratifying. It brings back memories because I never really played clone, but watching a tower after a clone just get destroyed is fun. Now you have nothing. You have nothing to punish pumps at all in this.
I have absolutely nothing.
So
cannot do anything to pumps.
So at this point, what's going through your mind in terms of like how are you gonna play this one out as you go into double elixir?
So I think he's gonna try and get like a battle ram minion. Ooh, okay. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna golem in front. Hopefully Night Witch takes it out.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see him doing like a battle ram minion horde. So
yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have to let things lock on that usually you wouldn't want. This is gonna be a great NATO though. This is gonna be absolutely wonderful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. His whole push died. It didn't even seem like it was a threat, even though he had like 20 elixir coming at you.
Exactly. And then hopefully we just go him in front again.
Yeah, he has no time.
And
that's it.
Yep.
Wow, you made that look easy, man.
Yeah, I was very happy with that result, actually.
I know for a pro like you, it's probably you have NATO back in hand. Oh yeah, okay.
I have it next,
Okay.
But
you're fine. Yeah.
I
I didn't want to call it too early there. Like,
yeah, exactly. You got to be careful.
Yeah, for somebody like you, it's probably no big deal at all, and something that you do second nature. But when you do the golem to block the Night Witch to give more time and to spawn more bats, is there like a specific tile or timing or anything that you kind of gauge that by, or is it just kind of practice?
Just kind of like practice and recognizing like how much elixir they're at.
Yeah.
And all the other
Gotcha.
different kind of things. Yep.
All right, man. Well, hey, hop into next match.
That felt good, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, it's pretty cool to go into Three Musketeers and be like, yeah, not worried. I don't have an answer except for clone. All right, so you're searching?
Yep, I'm searching
we'll come
right now.
back to you guys when we find a match. All right, not too bad. Going against 1,000 from Illuminati. So if he, actually, I had Royale on the channel a week or two ago, speaking of Royale, and it was, I think it was Royale. It could have been him or it could have been a Golem guy. But somebody came on the channel and they were like, if somebody starts with, say, if his opponent starts with, say, a Knight in the back or a, Magic Archer in the back or something like that, he's not afraid to go Golem same lane because they don't have enough elixir to properly punish. Are you of the same mindset there, or do you never would you never respond with a Golem in that situation?
Yeah, there's certain mini tanks and other things like that. Like, I know for a while when log bait was super popular, and they would do like princess in the back. If you didn't have log, it was always like a really good play to just put your tank the same lane as the princess, so that way you didn't have to worry about that later. So yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Okay, so basically like 3 elixir or more, kind of a tanky type unit or something like that, you'll consider dropping that Golem.
Yep. So this is, I'm 95% sure this is the Animan deck, which is going to be really interesting to play against.
Yeah. So it's like the newer Lumberjack Loon deck.
Yep.
And you do get the Night Witch to the tower there. So you cycled the Lumberjack behind the tower there. Is that something that, you just didn't have another player, or are you trying to get a little push going?
Yeah, I was definitely trying to get a little push going.
Yep. Plus you want to have your air counters in hand anyway.
Yep. Okay, so right here, I just want to bring it to King Tower. Yeah, I didn't want to have to worry about him getting like freeze value and then having it lock on to the Goblin Hut, then the tower, or anything like that. Because once King is activated, it's so hard for him to get damage with all these air targeting troops.
Yeah, for sure. So now we're entering double elixir time. We've got a nice little push kind of building up here. Ooh, nice. Nice catch there, because I wasn't sure if you were setting up for a Golem push.
Yeah, I was going to, and then...
You drop that Valk maybe a split second, and there we go, sweet. Yeah, so situations like this, when they have balloon freeze, it feels so dangerous to drop a Golem unless you know that the balloon's out of cycle, so that's why you're dropping the support troops first.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I gotta make sure that certain support troops are out of hand, or just like everything in general. Okay, that was good. play by him. Which makes sense because I have so much respect for Animan. He's an incredible player, and anybody who uses his deck instantly becomes better.
Yeah, Animan is incredible. I've really, it's probably been like 6 months now since I put the video out, but it was a mortar video, and he was just doing some crazy stuff with a mortar
I'm 90% sure I watched that because like every time I watch his gameplay, I learn something new, regardless of the deck. Even if it's a deck like I created, I learn something new when he plays it.
Yeah, now I gotta get him back on. Alright, so you haven't used Clone yet, and I'm figuring he has no idea you have it, so secret weapon time. He's coming at you again with the balloon push. You know he'll have balloon out of cycle, and I think you can just defend here. There's the...
Yep, shouldn't be too hard. He wasted the freeze.
Yeah.
But he's just gonna NATO this all together.
Yeah. So is now the time for Golem, or are you gonna hut instead and play it safe?
I have to baby dragon and play it safe because I might have to play for Ty in this matchup just because like even though he only has like zap and only has NATO and freeze and all that stuff, I can't ever get like he cycles back so fast that it's never effective to like it's never really effective to do anything. So
it never feels like a good time to get a big push going. Do you okay, so here's your shot. Now
this is my shot.
That left tower is he's putting some pressure on the left here. Obviously you can take some damage.
Hopefully he freezes and okay, he's not gonna freeze. Unfortunately I accidentally let it lock on. And then at this point, we definitely just have to play for Ty.
Yeah.
I had like one chance, kind of blew it.
Well.
And yeah.
But that's like it's so now that you're kind of playing for a tie, he seems to like he might make a mistake. He might overcommit with a freeze or something. I don't know. Still got a minute.
Yeah. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah. There's the freeze. So I don't think he'll even get a hit there.
Nope, not even close.
Tricky thing is, like you said though, he just like his deck cycles faster than yours anyway. So when you drop that golem, like he'll always have time to spam you.
Yep. Okay, this is the push that he needs to be really effective. We're gonna NATO this back. We have Goblin Hut in cycle, so it's not like anything to worry about as long as I play this Goblin Hut correctly. And that's a good tie, honestly.
Yeah, it is. All right, hey, match 2 over.
Yeah.
I feel like we're on the edge of our seat that time. And then sadly, you didn't get a chance to even try the clone.
Wait.
Oh, what up?
Yeah, there we go.
Just careful. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into match number 3 here. All right, here we go. Against Abood 3SH. Right. Hey, I have to congratulate you on being the #1 most handsome player in CCGS 3 years running. Are you going to go for the same title in CRL?
You know, at the beginning I was, until I saw Chache. So he's a personal trainer. Not sure if I can really confidently say that I'm better than him. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I love the honesty there. I'm sure you can you can get it though. Maybe top 3 or.
Yeah, definitely top 3. Hopefully next year I can bounce back.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so this guy's playing a giant wizard loon deck. Whoa.
Yeah, this is crazy. You might have to bring him on your channel.
I know.
Whoa!
Oh, the surprise freeze. Is he gonna get that? Okay, no.
No.
So that was So maybe a little bit of aggressive threes. It doesn't really result in much damage for him, and he has to respond to this. So you'll probably have the elixir lead. So is it a good time to? Oh, you clone it.
Yep. I'm guessing he doesn't have like many small spells since he has freeze.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good heads-up play, and we should probably discuss that for my viewers too. Is that, you know, it was a very unorthodox clone situation. You didn't have like a bunch. You had just a Night Witch and a Mega Minion, but you saw the freeze, and then you just identified he probably has like log or nothing, right?
Yeah, he probably has very little to defend, and I'm guessing whatever he had to defend, he wasn't expecting a clone, obviously.
Obviously, because no one ever is, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And at that point, they either waste like a spell early on, or they waste like a troop, and then I get tons of value.
Yep. All right, so it can still be a pain to have to defend this deck though because of the freeze, obviously.
Oh,
now
100%.
at least you know it's coming. And man, those Night Witch bats, MVP.
Yep. Just gives me like really strong pushes.
Arrows. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't arrow you before.
Yeah, exactly. This might be a game where I just never golem. And
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely games like this, not like frequently, but frequently enough.
Yeah.
Just gotta always be careful.
Yeah. So matchups like this, obviously, you know, you get those kind of surprise clone out early. Now all you have to do is defend. This deck is very well equipped to defend with the Baby Dragon, Lumberjack, NATO, Night Witch, Goblin Hunt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get past. Like, this is one of those decks where if you get a tower early, it's so hard to get past. I mean, you just need like massive elixir leads just to even think about being able to do that.
And now you get all these bats helping out against that loon. That forget it. That's it. GG,
Yep,
man.
can't
Nice.
do anything.
Nice. So 2-0-1 so far. Want to do one more, man?
I think that's a great idea.
All right, let's do it. Go. All right, last match.
All the pressure's on then.
Saren. Okay, I think he might be playing Hog. I think this guy plays Hog.
Yeah, I've got a good feeling. Wait a okay.
Well, okay, Mortar Hog, or is it just is it a red herring? We'll see.
Yeah, because I played someone who was like Expo OP, I'm using Expo, and then they ran Golem. And I was like, wait a second.
All right, so it looks like obviously it's a mortar deck. It's either Mortar Hog or just Mortar Bait. So either way, I think that you're looking pretty good, because especially against like Hog decks, this deck does really well. You have NATO and it's this deck with the Rascals. Yep.
Yeah.
So no Hog. But
Ash, wasn't I telling you about the whatever it's called, the the best pushes and stuff?
Yep.
Okay, so what I was saying was
yeah. I was like, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Because in the downtime while we were searching for a match, he was talking about how he won that last match in kind of an unorthodox way. But yeah, elaborate on that, please.
Okay. So I was saying, like, the reason why I love Golem Clone and all these kind of decks is because it helps you in so many ways. People think that with like Golem Clone decks, you need these like huge pushes. You just have to overwhelm them. You're never gonna win any other way. But like the most effective way, in my opinion, is you have these small pushes when your opponents are low on elixir. They waste a zap, and then you have like 3 things that are gonna be one-shotted or two-shotted or something like that. You clone everything together, and they can't do anything because they've wasted their small spell. They've wasted that thing. And a lot of times I just win basically off these unorthodox pushes where they don't expect anything like that, and it gets tons of value.
I like it. So is there a chance you could clone here or no? No.
There was, but
yeah,
Rascals are just so good.
Yeah, they are. Because, like, yeah, even if you had cloned there, it wouldn't have mattered. But it's hard not to take advantage of the rage, you know?
Exactly. It hurts every time you let it waste, but
yeah,
you got to do what you got to do.
You got to. All right. So we are into double elixir time here. So what are you thinking for, like, your first... Are you going to drop it? Okay.
Yeah. I want to make sure... Okay, he wasted his spell. I have Baby Dragon on the field. He wasted his Rascals. This is the prime time. This is where I win.
And this is going to be... Not like we were just saying, this is going to be a big push, a big clone push. And he doesn't know you have it yet. It's your last card, so hopefully we can catch him here. But again, he's back to Rascals again. He's back to another Mortar, so he can technically pull you opposite lane. But here we go.
Okay, I knew he was going to waste the Fireball. That's why I wasn't doing it early.
Yep.
We're going to NATO everything together, hopefully... Oh no!
Oh man!
Okay, wait. The Lumberjack's on tower?
Yep. 700. Oh, 605. 603 damage. Okay. Oh man. It's tough though, because like when you don't take the tower in that circumstance, like obviously you're in the lead, but that push was so, you know.
Yeah.
It was
all
so
my
huge.
muscles are clenched in my body right now. I just really want this win.
So are you going to be forced to Golem? Okay. You can't afford to give one hit on that.
Yeah, I need it to lock. No.
Okay, okay.
No, that's gonna do just enough.
Fireball. No.
Oh my goodness. If
Dude,
I was just
you
quicker.
were so close.
Oh.
Oh man.
6
Well,
HP.
hey, that was a good match though. Just the same. Shame on that guy for lying and saying he's a hog god.
I know. What was that?
If that
Unbelievable.
wasn't, you know, he should. If it was called Mortar God, you definitely would have won that. It's guaranteed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hey man, but I wanted to thank you again for coming on the channel and playing these live matches between the downtime and investing so much of your time and just sharing the deck with us. Always a pleasure to have you on, man. So again, I'll link your Twitch and your YouTube and your social media and your stats, thanks to statsroyale.com, in the description below. Anything else that we need to know about you, Ah Craaaap, before we let you go?
No, I want to thank you for bringing me on the channel. I want you guys to all support Immortals. Hopefully we can make it to Tokyo for CRL, and I just want to say thank you again.
No problem, man.
I love being on the channel.
We love having you, dude. We got to do it more often. Not just clone decks. We'll switch it up in the future. We'll switch it up next time.
Okay.
But thank you again for coming on, and best of luck in the playoffs, dude.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. Huge shout out to Ah Craaaap again and to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information in the description below. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.